Afternoon. So let me show you the layout. It is by Nikki Rowland, and I believe she's on the design kit team for Hip Kit Club, which is perfect because I have Hip Kit Club stuff. Now this is actually from 2019, this kit, so obviously I shouldn't say obviously, I don't have that one anymore. I would have used that up by now. So let me see if I can get in here. Now her assignment, I checked her video, and she said her assignment was to use the black and white elements. So interestingly, the March 2023 had a black and white element. I'll show you in a second. Anyway, she's kind of got these torn edges. She's got a bunch of florals. They always have tons of ephemera and things like that. A bunch of little layers behind this cute little picture of her, looks like her daughter and her baby. And little wordy bits, little mixed media coming down here. And some more wordy bits up here. So what I have, I shouldn't say always, sometimes I get into my model pics bin. These are pictures of my daughter when she was modeling, and I think this one's kind of neat. And I've got this collection here. This is March 2023, and it had this black and white. Now this is the direction it's printed, so I'm going to turn it this way so it kind of goes with the design. Now the sad part is I kind of want to use these butterflies, so I may end up tearing a little bit deeper than she had, because she had kind of a small little floral kind of showing. I think I'm going to tear a little more so I can see more of the butterflies. And she's going to be taller, so my suspicion is mine's going to shrink just a little bit this way, because it is what it is, you know. And then, of course, I have all these little ephemeras and things that I'll pull out to use. So the one thing I do need to do is she's using like a real pale white, or a little pale cardstock. Let me see if I've got something in here. I'm sure I do. Oh, that's not going to work because it's got... I'll dig through because I need a base, and I don't yet know what I'm going to use unless I can get into my cardstock stash. I hate to do that though because there's so much paper in these kits. But I don't know if I have anything light enough. I'm not going to make y'all... Ooh, this is pretty though. The purple's kind of pretty. What if we go with the purple, y'all? Saturn, you going to help me? Is that the right one? She's helping y'all. Ooh, but this is pretty too. Ooh, y'all. Oh my goodness, this could be gorgeous. I might have to do that instead of butterflies. I'll use butterflies another time. I changed my mind so much, y'all. You don't even know. So if I do that, can I use my little rainbow clouds? Will that look weird? I don't know. Maybe not. That looks kind of neat, actually. Oh, and then I'll pull out some mixed media. In this case, I might end up using pink just because of the way it looks. I'd hate to cover up all them colors down there, though. I don't know. I may have to get out a piece of plain cardstock, y'all. Let me look and see, and I will be back on in a minute. Okay, gang, so I decided to use kind of that purple, like cloud paper as the background. I think that looks really pretty, actually. Now, I tear this black and white paper first, and I realize that's a little bit too high of a mountain. So I'll tear that down just a little bit more, and I'll end up tearing, yep, there it is. I couldn't remember if I did this before or after I do the floral. But I'll tear the little opening. I don't know what that's called, like a zipper looking thing. She had that in her layout, and I'll come in here and do it here. And then I'm going to use the little black floral, and I'll tear this. Now I'm going to cut away. I do the top almost identically in the sense of like I tear the black and white, and then I do the floral. And so I'm not going to show you that just because it's basically a repeat of this, but I'm going to come in and tear this floral here. Now, if I'm honest with you, I probably made this taller than I should have. As predicted, I end up with less space, but it's cute. And I almost actually even added an embellishment at the bottom, but I didn't. I stick kind of pretty close to the design of the Scraplift here. So I have kind of a tall little stripe going on, but I'll tear this up just a little bit, and I'm going to end up coming in, like I said, so I can do the top part. I will glue all that down, and then I'll take my photo and start matting it. So give me just a second while I'm kind of looking and see. I have to touch everything, y'all, just by the way. And I probably could have actually cut the floral down a little bit because you don't need the full sheet or the full piece behind the black and white. But I was being a little bit lazy and didn't want to think about it too hard. So I used more floral than and plus I always end up with too much paper. So it's okay. I'm going to end up with just too much floral behind that. But so here I've got my picture, and you can kind of see, like I said, I end up cutting off some of the bottom of the photo, but I think it's okay. I'm looking to see, because she had mounted hers on a floral, but the only floral I had otherwise was the colored one, was that one I just showed you, and I didn't want that. So I used this black and white, and I think this turned out really pretty. I'm happy with this a lot. And then I noticed that she had like like an offset layer, I guess is the way to call that. Or at least that's what I was kind of noticing. So in just a second, I'm going to grab, I think it was the back of the black floral actually. It still has that yellow branding strip on there. I was actually kind of happy I didn't cut that off because it adds some interest. Because I'm going to use this as my little, I try this first. I look at that and I go, nope, that's not going to work. There's way too many colors going on there. And I really like this kind of simple black, pink color palette I got going on here. So I take this piece here, and like I said, that little yellow branding strip was still on there, and I really like how that looks. So I'm going to trim that down, and I'm going to actually scuff the edges of it because of the torn edges on the other paper. I thought it looked kind of good. I did not scuff the edges of the black and white floral, though. Anyway, I'm going to kind of glue these together in just a moment, and that's going to be basically kind of how my photo looks. I kind of, like I said, it's a little bit covered up in the bottom, but that's fine. I did find this little sticker, the little scallop sticker. She had a little black, I think it was black, scallop on the right-hand side of her photo. So I was kind of pleased that I still had a little bit of that border sticker left from the sticker sheet. And Saturn is sitting right on all my stuff, y'all. She just can't help herself. She's got to be in the middle of it. She's feeling the need to be nosy. I'm kind of pulling out my stickers and my ephemeras and things. I'm not going to use that green title. It's really pretty, the little font, but I don't end up using that at all. My title ends up being, well, it could be either one of a kind or it could be perfect, I guess. I'm not really certain. I don't know how she called her title. I have to go back and look at her layout. I kind of have two almost. But I'm going to use this one of a kind sticker. I really like this little sticker here. And she had some round elements right there. So I'm going to use that. I have yet to glue this photo down, y'all. I'm really bad about that. I'm always dry fitting things and then realizing, oh, shoot, you haven't glued anything down. I'm trying to get this sticker to kind of lay right. And I've got it right kind of there at the little opening of these papers here. So I'm going to have to mess with that just a moment. I'll tell you real quickly. So these photos here, I believe she was in Oklahoma when she had these taken. It was a gentleman up there named Charlie. Last name started with an N. I don't really remember that. It was a long name. He liked to shoot her. So she would go up there and he had a little studio and she would do some things. And I really like these pictures as they came out. I just think they're kind of stunning. You know, they're just kind of like classical. I don't know how to explain it, but they're real neat. And I just enjoy, she's got some other poses in this same outfit that I've enjoyed scrapbooking. I think I told you guys I have a little bucket or a little iris case, I guess, of all her like model photo shoots and stuff. And every now and again I pull them out because they're just easy to scrapbook. I cut out a little bit right there. Sorry, it's kind of skippy as opposed to the little fade in and out, but I was just kind of thumbing through the ephemera and it took me just a second. I didn't feel like you need to see that. So I'm kind of going in with this little label behind the torn area up there. She's kind of got a little spot on hers too, that she's got little things and a little cluster of things up there. So I've got that, and then I add, I do this yellow flower first. That's not what stays though, y'all. I did find also this little phrase that says simply the best. There's a reason behind that, and I'm not going to really bother to go into the details of it, but it's a theme song for her business. So I really like that. So I got simply the best and perfect. I did change out that floral to make that big pink one, which I really like. I'm going to come in a minute with stickers off the sticker sheet here, butterflies, but I haven't done that quite yet either. I'm going, what am I doing? I look at that lovely to see, could I switch that out instead of perfect? And I decided, no, I don't like that at all. So perfect is what goes back up there. I will end up putting perfect on these teeny little foam squares. It works out really well. What am I doing here? I think I'm going to get on this chipboard and get this camera out. She had a camera on hers, and I thought this looked kind of cool. So I'm going to pull this little camera chipboard piece out, and then I'm going to start filling in my gaps here with some of these florals. So the yellow guy goes down in there. I have a couple of other small little florals that's going to go on the right-hand side of her picture. And then I have a really big one. That's the one right there. That's going to go in between. That fills out that space nicely. She kind of had another round element in there, but I didn't really have anything else to work with, so that's what's going to go there. And like I said, I got those two florals there. I think that's all I do in the way of the florals. I'm going to start putting these little hearts down. She had some mixed media going up in there, and I think some little hearts. And I saw those on that sticker sheet, and I thought, oh, that's perfect. So I'm going to set them down. I might have to reorganize them just a little bit because I tried to mix up the colors a little bit. So I'll set these down, and then I'm going to pull out another one and pull out my little tweezers and kind of move stuff around there. I'm really pleased with how this turned out, though, y'all. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I start off with things I'm not always certain. You know, it's real funny how this creative process works. It's like I kind of have an idea. Obviously, I'm looking at a Scraplift. It's not like I don't know kind of where it's going to go, but sometimes I don't know. You just decide, you know, is that going the way I want it to? I don't know. But this one went the way I wanted to. I was pretty happy with it. Y'all, I am rambling. I feel like my cold drugs are making me a little bit crazy. I've been on antibiotics and a little cough suppressant, and I've had Dayquil and NyQuil. I'm not as sick as I was, but I still feel a little bit woozy because my ears are all stopped up and I can't hear anything. If y'all ever felt like that, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't feel awful, but I don't feel great, so I feel my head's all kind of wonky. I think in a second I'm going to cut away because I'm going to start gluing all this stuff down. And here's where I've got the little tiny dots or the little foam pieces behind perfect. And so I set those down. I'm going to glue that down. And I'll glue my little Simply the Best down with a little bit of wet glue. And I think after this point, I'm going to think I'm done. I kind of look at this and I think, oh, okay, I'm kind of done. I put my little stickered, the butterflies, that's what I meant to mention to you. I pulled those off the sticker sheet. I've got one in each of my 3 little kind of areas. And I think I'm done. And then I think, no, that left side over there looks a little empty. And so I'm going to pull out some stickers off the sticker sheet of flowers. And I'll fill that piece out over there on the right-hand side. And then I decide, oh, I've got this little sticker that says Fabulous too. I'll lift that up and I'm going to put my little purple flower underneath it. I didn't want to put that on the photo. I changed my mind. So that's going to go there. And then that is all I'm going to do this layout, y'all. I'm not even sure I pointed out some of that stuff to you guys, so I apologize. Hopefully you saw me put it down there. Anyway, here you go. This is the slowdown. I think this turned out so pretty. I really love it. I love Hip Kit stuff, so I was kind of pleased to see this layout as the Scraplift this week. And don't forget to check out everybody on the playlist. We got a good group of ladies now. Everybody's got so many different approaches to the layouts. I just love watching them all. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And you can check me out on Instagram as well at Scrapping Harden. And we will see you. Oh, it's the end of the month. So starting June 1, we'll also have 30 days of sketches, y'all. So we'll see you soon. Bye.